have a header here and I want to replace the information in this demo ID with the information here. Let's look at all the possibilities. I have written these 4 possibilities in advance to find out which one works and which one doesn't work. Let's run. First, it says knock knock and she answers,
"Who's there?"
Then I answer, I'm Taki. Now, where does it happen? Number 1, I have a knock knock here by default. In the demo, H2. Entirely this is H2. Once it comes to this script, it says,
"Who's there?"
After 3 seconds, I answer, I'm Taki. Can you see that? Let me take this away and run again. Knock knock.
"Who's there?"
I'm Taki. This piece of line seems to work by putting in the function myGreeting and the amount of time it requires to execute myGreeting, which is this myGreeting. I'm going to comment this out. We're going to use the second line. In the second line, I'm going to run the same myGreeting again. What happens is that knock knock and I already answered before she did. Why? I'm not sure. See, there's an error here. In SetTimeout, when you're calling this function, you should not use this bracket. Okay? Let's comment this out and move on to the third one. Here, I've written in a different way by using a bracket equal and a greater than sign. This one represents a function, and inside here, I'm calling another function. Let's run this again. Knock knock.
"Who's there?"
In 3 seconds, I answer, I'm Taki. It seems to work with the bracket. I'm going to comment this out and we try the 4th experiment. And I run this again. Knock knock. She answers,
"Who's there?"
but you can never hear my voice come back. I'm Taki. Why? It's so funny. There's a bit of error going on here. Because without putting in the bracket, this one fails to work. Can you see these 4 examples that I've written? Number 1, I pass in a function without a bracket, it works. But when I do it this way, I pass in a function without a bracket, it doesn't work. On the second line here, I pass in a function with a bracket, it fails to work. Then, on this line here, I pass in a function with a bracket, it works. So I have this thing here called n, and I have this thing here called n. Just for you to see why this one without a bracket works. Why this one with a bracket works. So this is a little experiment that I do in order for me to apply here. If you look at this SetTimeout, I have no brackets and I pass in the millisecond. And which one is that? This one. I have no bracket and I pass in the millisecond and I follow this. What it does is that I want the clear sound to become false so that the little characters moves. If this is true, it will not move. Let's run it and see what happens. Okay, that fails because they already moved. Why it fails? Over here, it's supposed to call this line to clear the sound loop, but it didn't call after 4 seconds. Why is this so here? It's so different. It's directly opposite of my experiment. Let me now try to use this one and see what happens. Over here, I replace it with this. Close it and let's see if it works. Because over here, in my experiment with the bracket, it works. Reload it and call this again. Doesn't work. It's just too noisy. Let me put a breakpoint here and show you what happens. When I click on the demo, it fires this SetTimeout. Let me do a breakpoint here to show you what happens. I've rewritten it this way. I'm going to run this again. It is reflected here. The same thing that I've done here. And we're going to run this. Load it, click demo. The breakpoint is here. Let's go in. It didn't call this function inside here. If it does, you will see a breakpoint in clear thread. But it doesn't happen. Now I don't know why. This is directly opposite of my experiment. It didn't fire the clear sound thread. Already the sprites move. I call this logical errors. Logical errors are normally errors difficult to troubleshoot or detect. We have just tested these 4 possibilities, how SetTimeout can call a function inside the SetTimeout. When you put a bracket, it doesn't work. And when you do this way, in year 6, myGreeting with a bracket, it works. But without a bracket, it doesn't work. So it's the opposite. No matter what you do here, it works. The SetTimeout for these 2 works. Since these 2 works, if I put this over here, the same concept, SetTimeout call a function without the brackets, it fails to call clear soundtrack. If this SetTimeout were to execute, it will set boolean to true for playing game. Will prevent the game from animating. Once the time is over, this will set the boolean to false and that will resume the animation. However, this doesn't work in this code. What is this code? This code is view 3.3 and it fails to recognize SetTimeout. What I want to do is to exit this comfort zone of view, I will put the SetTimeout outside of the view to see if it works. SetTimeout only works in JavaScript and not in Vue. So the clear timeout and the SetTimeout is already taken out from the view. This is the view. The whole engine is here. Let's run. The sound should finish before the animation begins. So What do you think? It works perfectly, and because of a little bit of change on the code here, I have managed to make the sound finish before animation begins. In conclusion, SetTimeout will work if you don't put it under Vue.js 3.0. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.